Hey guys, this is me, the back on Essentially, and today I'm going to be shooting a video on how to make an easy paper dream action figure. And here are the materials you require for this paper craft. So let's just get right into it with just a single green A4 paper in the start. So how we're going to start this is with a pencil and a scissor. So what we want is, since it's Minecraft, it's going to be a ton of boxes. So let's start with the body piece, because that's what I mostly do with my action figures. I start with hand in other ones, but this one feels like body is going to be easier. So about that big. You just want a strip of paper like that. Then once you have that, you can just do a, wait, I think this, we don't need the entire piece, let's just shorten out. Then you just need to do a simple fold that's too big, like that big. Then another one that is a bit bigger than double its size. And then the same first one, fold like that. And then you can just repeat this step over and over till you meet the end. And then once you meet the end, it must look something like this. So all you have to do is try and make a rectangular box, which is pretty accurate to a stapler refill box thing. So you can just take this as a reference, or just cover green A4 over it. That would be easier. So here we have the green bits, just a bit. And then you want to tape it so it doesn't open up. And after that, the next thing you want to do is make two pieces to cover the openings on the either side. You can do that later on, or it's not really necessary, but I'm still gonna do it. So I think I'll do it off camera because it's just a waste of time. You don't really need to do it though. Okay, once you do that, you will have a cool looking body piece. So the next thing you want to do is make a head. Now, I think how big do you want the head? I think we'll do the hands first, because this piece pretty much fits the rectangle perfectly. So let's make another one of these, the exact same size. Then this time you just want a rectangle, the same way we did this, but the length and the breadth must equal to the height of this guy. So by that I mean somewhat like this. Okay, but since Dream has a bit thinner arm, I think I'll go for a bit more thinner look. So for that I can just do this. There it is, a bit thinner. So you have one of the arms done. Now you just want to do the same thing with the other one. Repeat the same with this second piece. Okay, so moving on, let's do the legs before the head. So how big do you want the legs? It's pretty similar to the hand, that is about that big. Yep. So you just want a long strip of paper again. Fold it in half to make it into two pieces. I don't need this one. Are they short? I think that's pretty short. How big do I want the legs? Okay, that was pretty short. We're gonna need to redo this. Let's do exactly this size. Okay, I think that will do. So you just want to do the same thing, but this time we're gonna need a bit different measurement. So you want to put these two pieces right at the middle of the chest piece, and then draw out that so it is parallel to the main body. So draw a straight line like that. So there it is. That's the measurement you need. It doesn't matter how big you did box, it's always going to be how big you make the legs compared to the body. So if you make a bigger box, you'll need a bigger leg. So that's the measurement. We need it to be exactly half. I think that was pretty obvious, but still. And the next thing I'm going to do is keep on wrapping, I guess. How big is this? Okay, we're going to need to go a bit thinner then. Okay, like that. Okay, let's just see if this works. Yep, that's a good looking leg. We just might want to make it a bit more thinner. Yep, I'll do it a bit thinner and then I'll be back. So I just quickly discovered something really cool that we could just copy paste it. Since it's gonna be pretty fat with this many like spins or folds, it's gonna be pretty big in size, so you can just copy paste, like put it right there, make a mark and then spin it, make another mark and then spin it again, make another mark, and you can just keep going like that. So that's a pretty cool trick you can use. I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, then our fold must be perfect. There it is. It's exact replica of that thing. Plus it doesn't have those creases, like those defects, and it's the perfect size as well. I'm pretty impressed with this one. Let me close it up then. That. Then the next step we want to do is we could just stick this to the body right now, but I'll save it for the end. Let's do the head before that. So how are we going to do this? We still have these extra pieces. I don't think I'll be using that. Head. How big do we want the head? Where's my scissors? There it is. So let's say that much. I think this will be too small, but still, this should work. So about that much. One strip of paper, then you just want to make a triangle like that. Then fold it, then you can open the triangle, then you have a perfect square. Then you can just keep folding it together. I really think this is too big, but let's try. How big is this? Okay, that's too big. That's really big. We're gonna need to do this again. So let's try another piece. How big this time? That big. So right now it's about less than an inch. So let's try the same thing. One triangle, fold. So this is a technique I discovered on my own, but it's still handy. It's not that efficient, but it's still pretty cool. So just keep folding. Okay, let's see how this goes. Yes, that looks good. This looks promising, but it still feels a bit too big. It's a bit too big, right? It's not just me. Okay, let's do one more try, a bit more smaller than that. Just a tiny bit smaller. So it's just a bunch of heat and trial methods. You just gotta try it out for your size of the body. I can't really give accurate measurements because we all have different pieces. Okay, this should now be perfect. So let's do the same thing. Then fold a lot of folds. Okay, there it is. Yep, that's the perfect size. So that is it. That's how you do it. Then like complete hidden trial. And then before you tape them together, you want another replica of the same thing. Like the exact same copy. So what am I going to do with this one? You may be asking. Well, I'm going to do the same thing again. There's nothing really much to it, just a bunch of squares. Now you can just tape this thing together. Then after that you can stick the new piece on it as well. Like such. To create the perfect cube. So that's how I make my cubes. And you just gotta tape it together. Okay, there is the head done as well. So the next thing you want to do is add some designs before you stick the head inside. Which side head looks cooler? That side. Okay, so now comes the part of this thing. I really didn't need the second AFO, it seems. I thought I needed them for the heating trial, of course, because I had to make a ton of these. So, how we're going to do this? I guess just mark out the exact copy of this thing. To check the measurements. It's right there and right there. There and there. Okay. So we have the main layout of the body. So all you have to do next is draw a smiley face. Like that. And then since these are the lines that detect the main centerpiece of the body, we need the eyes on the hands, like so, and then the smiley face on the main body itself. So you can just make it a bit darker. By the way, I'm not using any like reference images, it's all in my head. I prepared for the video. I had this video planned for a really long time, but because of the exams and stuff, I couldn't do it. Okay. Then once you have that done, oh, I might have made a mistake, but we can fix it anyways. So the next thing you want to do is just keep this aside. We don't want to cut it just yet, otherwise it will just turn out to be a difficult puzzle. Now next thing is for the legs. We just got to do the same thing. Measurements. I can't remember if there was lines in the middle. Probably not. So like that, you have the centerpiece. Then before you forget, you also might want to put the mark on the face. Pretty crucial part. Like that. Get a bit more fat, thicker. Okay, there it is. Now we just gotta disassemble the puzzle. That is by cutting these two. The smiley face. Okay, and then the perfect cut. So these pieces, we're just gonna need to stick them in the main body. Let's start with this. Turned out pretty good, big. I didn't expect that. Okay, and then this piece on the hand. This one's gonna need a bit more precision. Let me just do that. Okay, those two pieces are done. Now you want to do the same for this one. Then the final pieces are gonna be the legs. Turns out I made these ones too big as well. Okay, that looks better. So there it is, our action figure is pretty much completed. So if you want it to be a figure, you can just tape it like that so it moves, but I think I'll give it a simple pose that he does for most of his, or maybe I'll just do a normal action figure, never mind. So it's pretty easy, you just gotta stick a piece of tape in the arm like that, and then stick it in the main body, so such a way that it completely moves, like that. It moves front and back as well. And then the same for this arm. And a bit differently for the head though. The head needs to go... I think the head needs to be permanent, because you really can't move the head in a Minecraft character, can you? Okay, so I'm just going to stick it like that permanently. And then comes the legs. Legs are pretty easy as well. You just gotta tie it up, stick it up like that, then it can move. So, and there it is, you have your dream action figure completed. It looks pretty sick. I really like it. I really believe you guys can make one of your own as well, of whichever Minecraft character you like. And this has been one of... That was a pretty weird coincidence. I was coming to the conclusion. So either way, this has been one of my favorite action figures. It looks pretty cool, pretty accurate, and I'm gonna store it somewhere in the walls of my great action figure wall. And if you did enjoy or learn how to make this, therefore subscribe my channel, like this video, comment me down below what should I do next in my next video, and share my videos. Thank you, bye bye.